So today we are going to discuss the concept of mass casualty management. There is one question which often is asked in the exam of mass casualty management. So there is a framework and there is, you can say, a proper flowchart of how that mass casualty management is done that we are going to discuss. Of course, if you see the module 3 and module 4, some things are common like the institutional framework. So institutional framework is discussed in short in this module, but its actual working will be discussed in detail in module 4, like the working of state disaster management authority, national district management authority, and district disaster management authority. So its introduction is there in the module 3, whereas its detailed, you can say, working and all is to be taught in module 4. So that is there, that will be starting in the next week. So last part which is left in this particular module is the rescue and relief operations. That is a common question which often is asked in the exam for mass casualty. How will you do mass casualty management? Because what happens now, my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
What happens in mass casualty management now? In the advent of disaster, look, generally when the disaster occurs, if it is in the city, people who involved in the disaster or affected by the disaster are
Sir,
more.
the window tab is open right now.
Please mute. Tausif?
Yes, sir. So the window tab is open. The PPT is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
open.
Okay, fine. If you are in the cities now, if you are in the cities, again look, the hospitals and all will be more. But if the disaster in cities, the number of people will also be more. So which patients to admit in which hospital is important. And if it is in remote places, of course the hospital facilities won't be there. You can say that much the hospital facilities won't be there. And even if the people affected are limited, what happens is people affected are limited, still the hospital facilities, medical facilities are limited. So proper, so you need to properly channelize who needs what care, है ना? So this system we are going to deal with how the mass casualty management is to be done. So there is uh, a small graphic representation by the World Health Organization. But before mass casualty management, we'll just see how the rescue operations are done in disaster management. So medical preparedness and mass casualty management, developing and capacity building of medical team for trauma and psychosocial care. This is important, look, because immediate need will be what? Immediate need will be to provide rescue operations, and in due course of time, say 2 or 3 hours or one day, you need to provide relief, and you need to provide, because the people who are there, who are undergone the disaster, who have undergone the stresses of the disaster, would be in a lot of trauma, and they also need some mental care because they may have lost their loved ones. So mass casualty management and trials, these things we are going to discuss. Determine casualty handling capacity of all hospitals. This is important. Look, in mass casualty management, what happens is people affected will be more and the handling capacity will be less, because the hospitals may already be preoccupied with some patients which are there for routine, you can say, for routine, their routine activities of medical care. But in addition to that, if some so specialized emergency medical teams are there or medical departments are there in particular big hospitals, so their capacities and all need to be studied. So all these records should be maintained beforehand. There is no point reacting afterwards, like we have said. Now the paradigm shift is there from reactive approach to proactive approach. So all this emergency medical handling and all is done beforehand, or you can say the capacity is determined beforehand. Formulate appropriate treatment procedures. What treatment should be given to what sort of patients? This should be formulated beforehand only, because it should not be there. Na? Even if you go in military and all, na, they have dedicated emergency medical staff. Like if a soldier is wounded or something like that, na, they have a doctor's team, they have everything in place. So what treatment should be given to what type of injury, that is already determined. In also case of disasters, na, everything should not be just haphazardly done. It should be properly planned. Involvement of private hospitals is most important, because government hospitals are few and far between. Private hospitals, especially if you see in Mumbai and the urban metros and all, na, too many hospitals. Even in rural places and all, na, private hospitals have come up to a large extent because the medical, of course, the medical staff in India is not that much to cater the entire population, but still a lot of people are now involved. Mark would be care centers that can function as medical units. So even if the proper hospitals are not there, even some care centers, na, some you can say social centers, some NGO offices, or some say even in worst cases even some educational institute can be marked as care centers in the event of a serious disaster. Identify structural integrity and approach routes so that the people can be evacuated. So these all things should be done beforehand. Like in the case of a flight accident and all, no, it is not possible to do these things beforehand. No, flight accident for train accident is not possible because we do not know the location of accident. But in case of floods, in case of say earthquakes and all, na, because we can easily identify the vulnerable group. Fine. Then the next thing is disaster response. So immediate reaction to disaster as the disaster is anticipated or soon after it begins. One first thing is what when the disaster is anticipated, we feel that disaster will be there. In case of floods, especially, we can predict. The Met has given some warnings that there is going to be heavy rainfall. So the authorities can predict that there is a likelihood of disaster. So they can be ready to deal with the disaster. They could be ready to deal with the disasters. Again, I am requesting the mechanical students, please get your IDs, official IDs. This will be beneficial for you and also for the lecturer in charge because I need not mute and I need not close my screen and allow you to enter. So the you can say the disaster response should be such that the prior decisions or prior, you can say, prior identification should be there, how the response should be there, isn't it? So for that purpose, especially in case of floods, in case of say cyclones, we can identify, the authorities can identify that there is going to be a disaster. But it becomes very difficult in case of an earthquake or in case of say a particular this flight accident or car accident or transportation related any accident. It is quite difficult. So disaster should be the anticipated. Why? To assess the needs, reduce the suffering, limit the spread and consequences of disaster, open the way to rehabilitation. Like in case of this coronavirus, na, the look best vaccine, it is said that it is your own personal protective gear. The care you take yourself is the best vaccine. And the authorities, what they can identify which zones, where is the more likelihood of the disaster, and they can then, of course, evacuation and all this will not be there, but at least they can, in case of coronavirus, what they can take adequate measures, and they are doing now. They are making the containment zones, and they are restricting the movement of people. All these things were done. Of course, in unlock 4, what has happened? Many you can say many relaxations have been given, but still you are now responsible for yourself, your family, and for the people in your vicinity. Fine. But in case of the other disasters like a fire hazard or an earthquake or a say tsunami or this flood hazard, what should be done? The mass evacuation should be practiced so that many people are now affected by the disaster. So lifeboats and all, they will be limited now with the NDRS. So how mass evacuation can be done? How search and rescue can be done? Especially in case of, you saw the other day, the building which collapsed in Mahad. Na? Even after 24 hours, people were taken out alive of the debris. If the even if in case of Bhuj earthquake, even people were taken alive even after 2 days, 3 days also. So the search and rescue should be prompt. It should not be delayed. Otherwise, what will happen? People may lose their lives if they are not receiving treatment in the golden hour. Emergency medical services, I'll discuss with this in a bit detail in the future slides. Securing food and water, because look, the food, there will be in case of disaster there will be contamination everywhere, na? So the food and water should be secured so that it is not polluted, it is not contaminated, and of course the people's health is also taken care. Maintenance of law and order, because in case of disaster what happens, na? Limited resources are there, so uh, people may be, you can say people may just want, they may not have food, or they may not have any resources, so they may just resort to stealing or something like that, and there may be riots in the place. So we should just maintain. So even police force and all this is described. So who all are involved, we'll just see. So disaster impact and response for search, rescue and first aid is the first more thing which is in there. Then after the rescue and first aid, what should be done is field care should be given. In the field itself you should be treated, because it is the golden hour, na? Like if in the case of an accident and all, the road accident, what is said previously, what was happening was people used to wait for the police to come and then file the FRR, and then used to take to the police, the concerned person to hospital. But now everything has changed, na? People should be immediately given field care. Some field care should be given, if not possible to take to the hospital, immediate field care should be given, because the golden hour is most important. Triage, in case of mass casualty management, na, triage is important, because you need to segregate the different type of patients, so that segregation is known as triage. Tagging the concerned person, because adequate help should be reached to the adequate people, and identification of them. So medical and public health response, there are 4 to 5 slides on this. So pre-hospital emergency services linking to government incident command system should be there. So it should be entirely now it should be entirely digitalized. So immediate what should happen in the event of disaster? Immediately some message should be go in soft form or digital form that there is some problem, and then the systems can be activated. External medical services and extrication workers, search and rescue teams. So these teams are there. Assessment of immediate medical health needs. So medical personnel are involved in that emergency medical team. We'll discuss in that in detail in future slides. Identification of medical and health resources, temporary field treatment, prompt and proper treatment to save lives. So patient distribution and evacuation, triage. So triage is a French word meaning selection and classification, assigning priorities for treatment and transport on the basis of severity of injuries and likelihood of survivors. When resources are insufficient to be treated, because resources will be, there is a formula, I'll show you the formula also. Resources will be insufficient, the hospital capacity will be insufficient, the people affected will be too large, na? So if a person who is able to walk, you should not provide a stretcher for him. Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell? People, if a person is affected by the disaster, true, but if he is able to walk, if he is in his senses, you should not provide stretcher, because that stretcher can be used by some other more, you can say, deserving person. Tagging should be done for both patients and dead bodies. Medical transportation, ground, air, helicopter, ambulance, mobile surgical teams, mobile hospitals, these all things are there. They should be activated during the disaster. Like in the case of Uttarakhand flood, na, you saw many people were rescued using the helicopters, na? So if these helicopters would have been more, maybe more people would have been saved, but that helicopters were also limited with the disaster response team. So this needs to be understood. So of course the triage, we'll have some slides on triage. So yellow priority means medium, yellow band means medium priority. I'll show the triage band and all. Green means they will require no specific medical care, only first aid is enough. Yellow is medium, red is high priority, they should be treated first. Black means they are dead patients and they can be treated later. So such type of triage bags are there. Before going to triage, we'll just see food and water, food safety, water safety. It should be done. Animal care, control carcasses can fall water. So dead animals lying there can fall water, because they may even ingest the bacteria, the viruses and all. Na? So zootonic diseases may be there. Vector control, because in the advent of disaster, mosquitoes and mice, rodents and all these are common, and they cause a havoc. and they cause a lot of diseases, communicable diseases control like measles, diarrhea, malaria, breakdown, है ना, respiratory diseases, crowding of persons in camp, malnutrition. This is a very important aspect in especially in the camps. Waste management, temporary latrines should be provided, chemical toileting should be provided, sewage disposal system should be there. So these all things should be there. Management of hazardous agent exposure, because in the disaster there may be a radioactive spill or some substances may be there in the environment which may contaminate and which may pose a health effect to the you can say disaster affected people. So particulate matter needs to be addressed. Also, if infectious agents, if hospital specific laboratories are damaged, this should be done because there are many hospital, many chemicals are there. Scientific laboratories will be damaged, especially in a particular case. Now there was say it was observed that the foundation of in the area near that Baba Atomic Research Center is there. Na? BARC is there. It was found that the foundation all is getting damaged because they used to they used to just dispose of some chemicals in the ground. So foundation of the buildings in the vicinity, it was found to be corroded. A study was there done in there. So how, so it may lead to a future disaster. So this is there. So in case of a health emergency also, such things are there. Such if it is the people are affected in the vicinity of such type of laboratories, subtypes of atomic power plants and all, na? Or such type of hospitals, they should be proper treatment of these hazardous agent exposure should be done. So it is known as hazmat, hazardous materials. So an entire segment dealing with that, an entire team dealing with that is activity. Mental health, specialized psychological treatment, triage and treatment significant in terrorism and all, because people they may have sudden, they may see sudden, you can say, loss of life which is least expected, na? So they should be given proper psychological triage, and not only in terrorism but also in say some other type of disaster in tsunami and all, na, where sudden you can say unexpected events are there. People do not know, people may not have envisaged such things and they happen, so they should be brought out of trauma. So behavioral contagion handling, that is important. Risk communication, these all things are there which needs to be addressed. So need for specialists is there. uh, so even engineers, many jobs are there even for engineers. So specialists for search and rescue operations, they are requiring survey and damage assessment needs to be done. So civil engineers are involved in this. First aid and triage, medical personnel are involved. Mobile medical and health team, evacuation, animal husbandry. So even for you can say uh, vets are involved, veterinary people are involved, emergency welfare, emergency center, emergency logistics, so transportation and even mechanical and electrical plumbing systems, these people will be involved. So EOC is there, emergency operating center. So every state, every district has emergency operating centers. So their staff requirement is there. Information management, including public information needs, this should be uploaded. Specialized from field of disaster studies and research, like geologists, meteorologists, these all people need to be there. And they need to be trained. So identification of training needs, scope of training needs, training policy, what people should be given what sort of training, like how to handle people in case of a contagion. Na? Like you may have seen, na, especially those people who are living in containment zones and all, na, you may have seen many medical professionals, they are coming to your society and all. And they, because of this COVID, na, they may just, if they get information about some people, they may just come to a society, they may just, so you can see how much care they are training taking of themselves. So they need to be trained. Scope of training programs, how it should be done and what should be taught, training policy, who should be taught, how the entire people can be trained, implementation of training, that is important. So mock drills and all, they are done for that. Design of training should be compatible to support tasks required to be performed after disaster at three levels: foundation training, team training, because again teamwork is most important in disaster response, combined organizational training. So these people are there who are, you can say, at the forefront of disaster, because we as engineers will come at a later stage, or even if in the earlier stage, but these are the, you can say, foremost people which are required. The emergency medical services team, so they may also be know, they are different names in different countries. They are also known as first aid squad or fast squad, emergency squad, ambulance corps. There are many names, life squad, or by EMAS, EMARS. So generally in India we call EMS, emergency medical services. Trained to deal with emergencies, they are trained. They are generally medical professionals. They are comprising of team, doctors, nurses, ward boys. So they have to go a diploma course, or some doctors may do some PG diploma, postgraduate diploma in emergency medical teams. So there are many institutes which are providing this. There is Symbiosis in Pune and all. There are many institutes like Symbiosis is there, and Ruby and all. These all think these all institutes are there which provide emergency training. Um, the medical team comprising of doctors, nurses, ward boys, etc. is there. So number of EMS teams depend on the severity of disaster. If say thousands of people affected, so more EMS teams will be deployed. One team has a supervisor, team leader. Generally, up to 7 EMS personnel report to one supervisor. So if more than seven are there, what will happen? It will be a chaotic situation, because it, they will be continuously involved. Na? So their management, so span of control is most important, because proper care, proper treatment should be there. So lesser EMS personnel, so team is there, team should be work separately. So generally one team will have maximum 7 personnel, because specialized kind of work should be done. If more people will report, what will happen is the the team will be confused now how to deal or whom to give proper attention. So that's why lesser people are done, and then effective span of control is managed. In preparing for a disaster, EMS system should have enough supplies for at least 12 hours period of self-sufficiency. So even they should be they are equipped with first aid box, and even some food kit and all these things, so that for 72 hours at least they can work non-stop. For calling the medical services team, there is one number in India, 108 number you need to dial, and the emergency medical team arrives. And so there are some district-wise, some specialized number also there. So triage again is the process of prioritizing patient treatment during mass casualty events. So patients are classified according to the type and urgency of their conditions to get the right patient to the right place at the right time with the right care provider. This you should understand. Right patient to the right place at the right time with the right care provider. If anybody has any question, you can just unmute yourself and ask. Because this is something, na, this is not related to our routine, you can say, engineering practice. It is something which is more in the medical field. So key concepts: resources are limited. Why the triage is important? Because resources are limited. Resources of supplies, resources of medical supplies, food supplies are limited. The personnel, the people who are treating are limited. Time for evacuation help is unknown. How much time will be required, na, for treating or for evacuating people is unknown, or it is prolonged, because if not be 1 or 2 hours, it may be prolonged. So only auster, that means strict field interventions are available. Basic principle: do the most goods for the most patients using available resources. That you should remember. Do the most goods for the most patients using available resources. Aims is to ensure that patients are treated in the order of the clinical urgency, to ensure that treatment is appropriately and timely delivered, to allocate the patients to the most appropriate assessment and treatment area to avoid congestion. What will happen if congestion is there? There may be again, you can say, chaos and confusion. It may lead to quarrels and all at the medical places. To provide ongoing assessment of patients, to provide information of patients and families regarding services, expected care, and waiting times, contribute information that helps to define departmental acuity. So type of triage: primary triage is there, early transportation, start and save triage scenario. Secondary triage which is done by emergency department. They timely and appropriate intervention color coding, that is done after the hospital, there is the hospitals. And tertiary triage, special care is given. So emergency department triage is static, single point in time, because it is done in hospitals. Triage tags frequently used. It is changed depending on the severity because people, if they are treated, they may be less severe. Few patients are there used for mass casualty scenes. Disaster triage is there, which is there in the disaster place. There are multiple dynamic points in time because there may be in several places. Documentation needs may exceed the triage tags because triage people employed will be limited and people affected will be more. Large patient numbers used for widespread disaster scene. So patient categories: those who will die no matter what. So that may be a patient. Those who will do well no matter what we do. है ना? So these are the second category. Those who will derive long-term benefits. So early identification of number 3 is important. Those who will derive long-term benefits from acute intervention. So others benefit from comfort care. So disaster is first principle is start and then save. So goal of disaster: do the greatest good for the greatest number of patients. This is the goal of disaster. So start triage is there. It is done in the field by the rescue personnel. So simple triage and rapid treatment. Start technique, that is its name is came from this particular word. Simple triage and rapid treatment. So start is simple triage and rapid treatment. Quick assessment of respirations. How the people is breathing. Are you understanding what we are discussing? Because it is a little bit I can understand. It is out of your you can say engineering context. It is something which is more related to the emergency medical. Anybody, can you unmute yourself and you can ask questions? Are you getting what we are discussing today?
Yes, sir.
Asnan? Fine. So start triage is there. It should be applied because look in the exam, there will be it will not be a specific question. What is start triage or what is like that? It will not be asked. In the exam, a question will be there. Write short note on mass casualty management for 8 marks or 10 marks or sometimes even 5 marks. So depending on the question, if the question is asked for 10 marks, na, so you should be able to explain each and every these things. Start triage, everything which we have discussed up to now. If it is asked for only say 5 marks, you can just write about the various teams, various type of triages and all that, depending on the scope of the question is asked. So you should understand. So start triage is there. What it will be doing is quick assessment of respirations, people's breathing. Will check the. It can be done using simple techniques. Na? Just you can check the. You can just check the people who are using your simple hand technique. You can just check the nerves and all. Na? And you can just check disable the nerves check. You can check the nerves and you can just find out number of the number of you can say number of times the heart is beating for that person, particular person. Profusion, mental status, that should be said. So start triage, this flowchart is important. Start triage, what will be done is the patient breathing. If the patient is breathing, yes, it is okay. No, then you what you will do is open patient's airway. So some sort of surgical equipments will be there with the emergency medical team. They will open the patient's airway. If the person is still he is dead or dying, okay, then you will do nothing. But if it is there, he is breathing, he is breathing, then what you will do? You will require immediate care. Second thing is if the patient is breathing without doing anything of this, if the patient is breathing, he'll check his breath. If the breath is less than more than 30 breaths per minute, if the breath is more than 30 breaths per minute, immediate care will be there. If it is less than 30 breaths, sorry, if it is less than 30 breaths per minute, radial pulse present. If the radial pulse is present, yes, excess mental status can follow commands. If the patient can follow commands, he will be able to delayed care can be administered. If he cannot follow command, immediate care needs to be taken. Radial pulse is present, he will check the pulse, he will check the blood flow. If radial pulse is not there, he will control the bleeding and immediate care will be given. You are understanding? So this sort of flowchart is there for triage. Then second triage is the save triage. Save is secondary assessment of victim endpoint. When the patients are likely to have significant delayed transport from a scene, number of casualties exceed the transportation capacity of damage, like it was observed in the Kozhikode accident. Na? People were there. So people, what they did in the private vehicles and all, no, they just took the people. But again, such system should be avoided, especially in case of this corona and all, no. Of course, with proper precautions, they can still do it because the golden hour and all was there. So people just without caring for themselves, they did. But again, it may lead to further complications. So proper care should be taken. Helpful to identify patients who are most likely to benefit from the care available under austere field condition. Austere means strict treatment should be given. So save triage, you just, this formula is there, small formula is there, reflects a balance between resource use and probability of survival. So value is benefit, value of that particular treatment is what is the benefit and what is the probability of survival and resources required. So are you understanding this formula? Benefits should be more, probability of survival should be more. If the benefit is more, probability of survival, any one of them more, you can just reduce the resources required. Are you understanding? But if the probability of survival is less, you can deliver value only if you increase the resources. If the probability of survival is less, you will increase the resources. But sometimes if the dead patient is there, the benefit is zero. So no need of, there is no point of increasing or decreasing the resource. Increasing the resource won't be enough anywhere because anyway benefit is zero. Why benefit will be zero? Because it is a dead patient. So the probability of survival is zero. So resources required will also be zero. Are you understanding? So even if there is some benefit that people, a person may be saved, you should, depending on the probability of survival, you should increase the resources. So save triage as area of assessment, vital signs, airway, chest, abdomen, pelvis, spine, extremities, skin, neurological, mental status. So these things are there. So save triage, again it is different from the start triage. Patients who will die regardless of how much care they receive. They are provided the comfort zone. They are made because they should not be suffer. They should not suffer during the death. Their suffering should be eased because they are going to die. This is a harsh reality, but some cases are there. But people are going to die because of their injuries and all. So they should be provided comfort. Patient will survive whether or not they receive care. They can be delayed care because they can just begin first aid on the field and then they can be given delayed care. Patients will benefit significantly from strict field interventions. They should be given immediate care. So periodic assessment of all characteristics is important because generally this is done in the hospitals. So emergency department is there, establishes priorities for care and determines the clinical area of treatment. Even if triage has been done at the scene, triage needed to be done at the ED entrance, emergency department entrance, because triage will be done in the field, but till the person reaches the medical facility, his condition may either worsen or it may improve. So again, the triage needs to be done so that it is addressed to the proper doctor. Precamble is the most good for the most number of, you remember this term, most good for the most number of patients. The triage team should evaluate all the patients arriving at the emergency department and classify the condition with regard to severity and of injury and need for treatment. So assessment triage area must be immediately accessible and clearly signposted. You can see triage area, it is written, signposted, so that the emergency medical team or even the locals can immediately just arrive without delay. Patient examination is done in the triage area. Inside this, the patient examination is done. Means of communication between entrance and assessment area. Privacy should be there. Strategies to protect staff will exist because people may, in the disaster, what will happen is people may be agitated, so they may attack medical personnel and all. This is how happened, and you may also read in the news and all, na? People, even medical people are attacked, so they went or strike or something like that. So same standards for triage categorization should apply for emergency department settings. Victims of trauma should be allocated a triage according to the objective clinical urgency. People presenting with mental health or behavioral problems should be triaged accordingly because they should be treated differently because their behavior may affect the other patients. So where physical and behavioral problems coexist, the highest appropriate triage category should be applied in the, because look, basic triage is in the field, but the emergency medical people will have different triage. So they have their equipments are there, the oxygen cylinders and all. We'll discuss in the other presentation the equipments and all which will be there. The physician who is performing hospital triage should be having proper gloves and all, wearing special colored vest to identify and all. No? So again, triage we discussed red, yellow, green depending on severity. So you can just see this slide is important. Then we'll switch to the next presentation. Red is the first priority, most urgent. Life-threatening shock or hypoxia is present or imminent, but the patient can likely be stabilized if given. So in the hospital, this priority is there, similar to your the triage codes are same, but this is changed. Conditions are changed. Yellow is second priority. Injury is systematic. Implication reflex patients are not in life-threatening shock or hypoxia. Although system decline may ensue, given appropriate care, they can withstand with 45 to 1 hour wait without immediate risk. Then third are minimum injuries, and fourth is that people they should be just separated from the uh, uh, they should be just separated from the patient, because there is no point in keeping them within the patient, because the people are already shocked, and if they see the dead victims and all, no, they will be again, not only the resources of the hospital will be locked, but also they may again fear. So such type of tracks will be there in hospitals. So for critically ill child, alertness, drowsiness, you can just see the signs, you know. So this temperature and all needs to be measured, hydration, tender abdomen, and all their abdomen how it is and all that should be measured. Specific sign their respiration, grunt and all should be measured. These all things are there. Pulse rate, if it is more than 200 watt, it should be their skin color and all. What is their urine in particular day, how much type of they are urinating and all that should be done. So these all things are there. The retriage, tertiary triage, this is done after proper treatment and all is done. Take home messages, these all things will be there. So before we close, again more on this triage. So triage means to sort out or to choose. So it is derived from the French Napoleon, chief surgeon of Napoleon, described organ in the first triage. So it is depending the priority of patient's treatment based on severity of other conditions, sorting out people. So there are many definitions. Triage is process where right patient at the right place at the right time to receive the right level of care. Triage is the process of prioritizing patients to be treated first. Is the cornerstone of good disaster management in terms of judicious use of resources. So what I wanted to tell, no? Start triage, this we discussed. I wanted to show this slides I wanted to show. The first aid kits, na? What the first aid kits the emergency medical team should have. So they should have sterile adhesive bandages in assorted sizes, in associated sizes, that people can be given proper treatment. So cleaning agent, soap, gloves, these sterile gloves, pads, and all everything should be there in accordance to the emergency medical system. Thermometer and all should be there. Petroleum jelly or other lubricant should be there, so that people are given proper care. And some specific drugs should be there, like aspirin or antidiarrheal laxative should be there. The emergency medical team should have equipments like oxygen cylinder with mask, spanner for opening, stretchers, wheelchairs, trolleys, splints, IV fluids with IV sets. These all things should be there. Medications they should have. Ambulance equipment should be provided with the emergency medical team. Other equipments they should be having, life jackets and all. And these tags we have already discussed. So just reiteration. Black means indicates victim who are already dead. Red means who require top priority. Yellow means they can be delayed for 45 to 60 minutes, and green they can survive, they can walk their own. Nurses are most important, nurses or ward boys, because they are the person in direct contact. So even in case of this corona and all, no, the nurses, we have seen many nurses and doctors are affected by this pandemic, because they are directly dealing with the patients. So their role is quite important. So their personal preparedness, their training is most important. They should be professionally prepared to deal with the disasters. Uh, is fine. So today's quiz will have only 7 questions, and I also increase the time. It's a very simple quiz. All of you, just type this code.
Sir, please send the link, sir.
Okay, I will send the link. Fine. Just a moment. Also, I have sent the attendance link. Fine. So there are 43 people out of 63. So still 20 people are about to join. So in this quiz, because the questions are less, so time becomes more important. Because if the questions are more, even if you answer one or two questions wrong, it is fine because you can cover up with the time. But here, the accuracy becomes more important along with time. Both are more important here. In the other, in the 20 questions are there. Sometimes, if even if you are not accurate, if you are answering quickly, it gets balanced. But here, what is more important is both are important. So shorter the quiz, more you can say, more competitive it becomes. Fine, there are 51 students. I think 63. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they will all join. Hi, Junaid Sheikh is entering now. Fine, I'll start because only 7 minutes are left, so should finish before time. So I'm starting. I think the same quiz, by mistake, I've asked the same quiz again. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Question is repeated.
Questions are
Questions
repeated.
are same.
By mistake, so what we'll do now? In the next lecture, okay, now it is fine because now there is no time. In the next lecture, we will start with today's quiz which I designed. This quiz actually what happened na, by mistake I have repeated the quiz. I just now saw the questions. The link I have shared na, it is of the fine, no issue. You have reattempted, it is again good. It is a revision for you. But in the next quiz na, the quiz which I wanted to present today, I will present in the next lecture in the beginning. Fine. So all of you give your attendance because only 2 minutes are left. Only 49 people are given. So again, if you see, shall I stop the quiz because I think most of you have given. Out of 30, after 54 only 38 have done. Why rest have not done yet? As it is again a repetition, I should finish quickly. Fine then. Okay, then I'll end the quiz because already it's 11:59. So again, congratulations to Asad, Faiz, Saurabh. They have done exceedingly well. Also Sajid, Abdul Beg, and everyone whose name is there. Of course, I'll send the results. Fine. Actually, I had prepared a different quiz for this, but what happened? I by mistake I sent you the previous quiz only, which was there. So no problem. Anyway, it is a revision for you. Next time we'll start with the. It was based on today's whatever you have studied and tries and all. Now it was based on that this quiz. You can start in the so just we'll have time to also refresh your you can say study the technical terms and all. So it will be better. Anyhow, fine then. We'll end the class.